Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Mokhtar. This is what I notice in Malaysia. In politics, the young people who wish to make a difference, to change things for the better, are not allowed to gain experience, to thrive and to flourish. Look at many of the major political parties of Malaysia. The old guard hold sway. They won't let go of power. They have become too comfortable and greedy for the 3 P's: position, power and perks. It doesn't matter whether they belong to Bersatu, PAS, UMNO Baru or PKR. Many are clones of the original seed UMNO, which later on became UMNO Baru. As far as I can see, Syed Saddiq was one of the young hopes of the future. He was the most prominent face of the younger politicians. So it's very convenient for some to get him out of the way, isn't it? Anyway, of course, this is wrong, but you must fight. You the rakyat, you must fight to have your rights restored and fight to have justice restored. Last week, the hopes of many Malaysians for a better, a reformed and a progressive nation committed to serving all parts of our diverse community without fear or favour died when the MP for Muar, Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman, was sentenced to 7 years jail, 2 strokes of the rotan and a 10 million ringgit fine. I know, and you know, it's very excessive. This was after the Kuala Lumpur High Court found him guilty of 4 charges of criminal breach of trust, CBT, misappropriation of property and money laundering linked to, I think it was 1.12 million ringgits of Bersatu youth funds. So, has all hope gone? Tak ada lagi harapan, yeah? Or are we experiencing a temporary setback? I think it is the latter. I think it's just a temporary setback. There is still a lot of hope left and we must not give up on MUDA, the party that Syed Saddiq founded in November 2020. Nor should we give up on Syed Saddiq himself. The former Youth and Sports Minister may have been politically naive in his youth, but tell me, who does not make mistakes when they are young? I certainly did. Cozying up to former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and having dinner with the controversial Indian fugitive Zakir Naik didn't do Syed Saddiq any favours. Those who think that Syed Saddiq is a poor judge of character should recall how another person who is now in power was also accused of the same inability to assess other people's motives. Those who have been accused of worse things walk free. So it was a dark day for Malaysia because Syed Saddiq's particularly harsh sentence now raises profound questions about our judiciary. High-profile politicians and their spouses have been fully acquitted or awarded a discharge not amounting to an acquittal, DNAA, for sums that make Syed Saddiq's 1.12 million ringgits look like kacang putih only. Naturally, taking 1 ringgit 20 cents or 120 ringgits or 1,200 ringgits of money, which is not yours, is wrong. Of course it's wrong. But those who have had their hands in the till since before Syed Saddiq was born have been allowed to escape. Why? And that is the reason why giving or handing Syed Saddiq this grossly excessive punishment will only serve to make him a martyr. It is disingenuous for the Deputy Public Prosecutor Wan Shahruddin Wan Dadin to urge for a deterrent jail sentence when most of us know where the problem lies. Moreover, Malaysians are well aware of how this country is governed and that Malaysian politics is toxic. Syed Saddiq rejected the Sheraton political coup and displeased former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. Syed Saddiq has the youth behind him. He is charismatic, he is articulate, and he's good looking. The same cannot be said of Ahmad Faisal Azumu Bersatu's number 2. If you recall, Syed Saddiq was charged during Muhyiddin's Perikatan Nasional administration. If you dare to speak out and if you dare question your elders, you are seen as a threat. This is the old guard from all the political parties. From our observations, the people who occupy the Prime Minister's seat demand absolute loyalty. Syed Saddiq has upset 2 former Prime Ministers. He rebuffed Muhyiddin Yassin. He rejected Dr. Mahathir's Pejuang Party. And then he questioned Deputy Prime Minister, the current Deputy Prime Minister, Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's DNAA last September, and he withdrew his support for Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's coalition government. So he's upset 3 Prime Ministers. For the Bandani administration, Zahid is worth his weight in gold because without Zahid commanding UMNO Baru to support Pakatan Harapan, there would be no coalition government, no unity government. And you tell me, what is Muda to the Madani administration? It is only a minor party, a mosquito party, and that may explain why attempts by Muda to have discussions with PKR and Harapan came to nothing. One Shahrudin acknowledged Syed Saddiq's contributions to society, but he said that the message of a stiff sentence should be delivered because of the multiple CBT cases taking place nowadays. Well, whose fault is that? Who allowed the sharks in the political world to escape scot-free? Not just in the world of politics, but also in the civil service and the GLC. What happened to the law enforcers? It's not our fault. These people, the law enforcers, they didn't do their job. The DPP also said, we, the prosecution, pray that the accused, this is Syed Saddiq, after serving his sentence would come out as not only a better individual but also a better politician and a better member of society. He, Syed Saddiq, he is young and there is plenty of time for him to change his ways, and may he repent over the offence committed. Did they demand the same of the handful of corrupt politicians who were successfully convicted and punished? If the DPP truly wanted an effective deterrent, then they should demand stricter enforcement without fear and favour, and perhaps 3/4 of the politicians in Parliament would now be languishing in jail. It took years, for the convicted felon Najib Abdul Razak to be tried. All of his former cabinet members protested his innocence. Do you remember that? Yeah? And they weaved the fairy tale about the Arab prince. That is why Muda remains our hope for the future. Syed Saddiq apologized and stepped down as president of Muda whilst he clears his name. None of the old guards have that sort of integrity. Najib never apologized for stealing taxpayers' money. Mahathir has never said sorry for dividing the nation. In the past, many corrupt senior politicians, they feigned, they pretended to be sick, or they ran away to Mecca to escape our scrutiny when media attention on their corrupt activities dominated newspaper headlines. And today, these men and women have climbed up the greasy pole of society and politics to make up for lost time. But Syed has been made an example of a corrupt money laundering MP whilst the real sharks are allowed to flee. So, was Syed Saddiq's charge and sentencing a stitch up from the time he upset former and current Prime Ministers. When all the heavyweights gang up on Syed Saddiq, you know that he is doing the right thing. But you know what? He will bounce back. And don't dismiss Muda because its leaders are committed to a progressive Malaysia. I urge you to engage with them. Talk to their acting president, Amira Aisyah Abdul Aziz. Learn about their vision for Malaysia. I have. Many times I've spoken with them, and I have no doubt about their passion and commitment for a better Malaysia. They represent the change we need for Malaysia's survival. They carry our hopes for the future. Thank you for listening. Speak to you soon. If you like my videos, please press like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please also visit my Patreon channel if you wish to sponsor me. Thank you.